Welcome to AI Daily Deep Dives, where we bring you the most fascinating AI developments. And you won't believe this, but this entire podcast, the research, the script, everything is all AI generated.
It really is amazing what AI can do these days.
So today is February 22nd, 2025, and let me tell you, the AI world, well, it never sleeps. There's just so much going on.
Absolutely, from Hollywood's take on AI to AI-generated art causing a stir, even people turning to AI for spiritual guidance, it's incredible.
Okay, so Harrison Ford.
Oh yeah, what about him?
Well, he was recently interviewed, and this was picked up by Fox News AI newsletter. And get this, he's not worried about AI at all, not even about it stealing his soul.
Right, he's totally fine with studios using his likeness without even asking him, it seems.
You know, it makes you wonder, is it like a generational thing, you think?
Maybe those who grew up with all the sci-fi stuff are just more comfortable with the whole AI thing.
It's possible. Or maybe he's just seen so many special effects in his career, nothing phases him anymore.
Could be. It's certainly a different reaction to what we're seeing from some visual artists. They're really upset about Christie's first ever AI art auction.
Yeah, I read about that in the Taipei Times.
There's even a petition, like over 6,000 signatures already, calling for the auction to be canceled.
Big issue seems to be, they're saying it's basically plagiarism.
Yeah, they're claiming these AI models making the art were trained using copyrighted stuff without permission.
So now it's this whole debate about who owns the rights to AI-generated art. I mean, if AI is trained on an artist's work without their auction, okay, is it even original?
It's really complex, this whole thing, causing a lot of tension, traditional artists and those who are all about AI art.
Meanwhile, Google's going full speed ahead, it seems.
Oh, what are they up to now?
Well, Forbes is reporting that there's leaked code suggesting they're testing out AI video creation in their Gemini app.
Oh, wow, using their VO2, that text-to-video AI they've got. Can you imagine making videos just by describing them?
It'd be a total game changer, wouldn't it? For everyone, content creators, filmmakers, educators.
The question is, are they going to make it free or are they going to charge for it?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of million-dollar questions, this was interesting. The Fox News AI newsletter, they also reported that Chipotle is using AI for hiring now.
Wow, really?
Yeah, looks like they're trying to deal with staff shortages, and just make things more efficient.
It's a reminder that AI isn't just about, robots in the future and self-driving cars. It's affecting our lives right now.
Absolutely. But it's not always a smooth ride. The same newsletter mentioned that Apple's been trying to get into the AI game with Apple Intelligence, but industry experts, they're saying it's kind of been a flop.
Huh, that's surprising.
Well, apparently Apple's super focused on privacy, which might be holding them back in the AI department.
Yeah, they are definitely more cautious than Google or Microsoft. Those guys are all about pushing the limits.
Who knows if Apple will be able to catch up. But moving on, AI is totally changing education.
Oh yeah, definitely.
There's a great article in USA Today about how AI is impacting reading and writing.
It's amazing to see these AI tools like ChatGPT in the classroom.
Teachers are using it to help students come up with essay topics, get instant feedback on their work, even do quizzes.
It has the potential to be amazing, more personalized learning, make things more engaging for students.
Right. But there's also that worry, are we making students lazy? Are they going to lose those critical thinking skills?
That's the big question, isn't it? Is AI the future of education or the beginning of something, a little scary?
Good point.
Yeah.
We definitely don't want to end up with robot teachers and mindless students, right?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, back to the art world for a second. Remember we talked about the Christie's auction and how controversial it is?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's dig a little deeper into what's causing all the fuss.
Okay, so basically, a lot of artists are convinced that the AI models being used to create this art are trained on, stolen material.
Like copyrighted artwork that they don't have permission to use.
Exactly, and they feel like their work is being exploited, like it's being stolen from them.
What are the artists who are actually in the auction saying about all this?
Well, the Taipei Times had an interview with one of them, Freepik. He's a pretty big deal in digital art.
Oh yeah, I know his work.
He actually defended the use of AI in art. He's claiming that most of the artists involved are using their own data and models to make their pieces.
So it seems like where the AI gets its training data from is super important here.
Totally. If an AI is using an artist's own work to learn, it's seen as, an extension of their creative process. But if it's using copyrighted stuff without permission, well, that's when things get messy, ethically and legally.
It's a super tricky issue. AI is making us rethink what originality and authorship mean?
It's wild, isn't it? AI might just force us to completely change how we understand creativity.
And it goes beyond art, right? This debate about who owns what, it's happening in music, literature, all these creative areas.
For sure, as AI gets better and better at generating stuff, these questions are going to become even bigger.
It's clear AI and creativity, it's an exciting mix, but there are definitely some ethical challenges we need to figure out.
It's really just the beginning of this conversation. It'll be fascinating to see where it all leads, won't it?
Oh, absolutely. But before we get too philosophical, have you heard about the AI shaman shrine?
Wait, what? AI shamans?
Yeah, I read about it in the Korea Herald. Researchers in Seoul built this thing, and people are actually going to it for, like, spiritual guidance.
You're kidding.
Nope, not kidding. It's not just a novelty. It's like people are finding comfort and meaning in talking to this AI shaman.
That's wild. And it's not even the only one, right?
You're thinking about the AI Jesus.
Yeah, the one in Switzerland in a confessional booth.
It seems like nothing is sacred anymore, right? Even our spiritual beliefs are getting the AI treatment.
It really does raise some big questions about faith, technology, and what it even means to be human.
It's pretty mind-blowing stuff, right? And it just goes to show how diverse AI applications are becoming.
AI isn't science fiction anymore. It's here, and it's changing everything. We're just starting to understand how.
You know what? I think we need a break. We've covered so much already, and there's still more to come.
Yeah, good idea. Let's take a moment to process all this. Welcome back to AI Daily Deep Dive. Before the break, we were talking about AI and how it's becoming part of, everything.
It really makes you think, one minute it's generating movie scripts, and the next it's helping companies hire people.
It really shows how many different things AI can do. And we've only just scratched the surface. We haven't even talked about healthcare, finance, or transportation.
It's almost too much to think about, right? All the possibilities. But let's stick with the art world for a bit.
Yeah, that Christie's auction, all that controversy about AI art, it brings up some big questions.
It's like, are we witnessing the birth of a whole new art movement? One that's driven by AI? But we can't ignore the ethics of it all.
Right. Those artists protesting the auction, they have a point. Copyright, the value of human creativity, that stuff matters.
The Taipei Times, they actually interviewed the head of digital art sales at Christie's, Nicole Sales-Giles.
Oh, interesting.
And she acknowledged the controversy. She even compared it to, get this, the backlash against Impressionism back in the day.
Really?
Yeah, those artists, they were ridiculed at first, but then their work became, super influential.
Huh. That's a good point. Maybe we're seeing the same thing happen with AI art, What's shocking now could be the norm later.
But we can't just accept AI-generated art without thinking about the consequences. A lot of artists are worried about their livelihoods, and the value of their work.
Yeah, I get that. We have to make sure AI is used ethically, especially when it comes to creativity. This conversation about copyright and who owns what, it's super important.
We need some clear rules.
Right.
Protect artists' rights, but also let AI innovation happen.
It's all about balance. AI has huge potential, but it can't come at the expense of human creativity.
Earlier, we talked about AI in education.
Yeah, using tools like ChatGPT in the classroom.
I can see how it could be a good thing. Students could overcome writer's block, get personalized feedback.
And teachers would save so much time, they could focus more on teaching, connecting with students.
It sounds great, but we can't forget about those critical thinking skills.
Right. If students rely too much on AI to do the work for them, are they going to be able to think for themselves?
So how do we use AI in education without, dumbing down the students?
It's about using AI to make learning better, not replace it. It should be a tool, not a teacher.
So instead of having AI write essays for students, it could help them improve their writing.
Exactly. AI could give feedback on grammar, how the essay is structured, but the student still comes up with the ideas.
It's like having a personal AI tutor. That sounds pretty awesome.
It does, but just like any technology, we got to be careful, think about the good and the bad, make sure it's used the right way.
This whole AI thing isn't just about education, right? We're seeing the same questions pop up everywhere.
Yeah.
Healthcare, finance, transportation, you name it.
AI is going to change everything. It's both exciting and a bit scary,
It's our job to figure out how to navigate this new world, make sure AI is used to make things better for everyone.
Absolutely. We got to be proactive, make sure AI development is ethical, focused on what's good for humanity.
Well said. We've covered a lot today, but there's still more to talk about. When we come back, we'll wrap things up with some final thoughts on the future of AI and what it all means.
Looking forward to it.
Welcome back to AI Daily Deep Dive. We've talked about so much: AI in education, AI art causing a stir, even AI's impact in Hollywood.
It's really mind-blowing how AI is finding its way into, well, everything.
I keep thinking about those AI shamans and AI Jesuses. That whole AI spirituality thing was pretty wild.
It definitely makes you think, doesn't it? I mean, people turning to AI for comfort, for guidance, it challenges how we see faith and spirituality. Like, are we seeing a new kind of spirituality emerge? One where technology and faith intertwine?
Maybe AI can help us explore, I don't know, new parts of ourselves or even connect with something bigger than ourselves.
It's a fascinating thought, right? But it also makes you wonder, where does it all lead?
As AI gets more and more advanced, who knows what we'll see. But one thing's for sure, we're at a crucial point in history. This whole AI thing is a game changer.
We need to be smart about it, think critically, and make sure ethics are at the forefront of AI development.
Absolutely. AI has to benefit everyone, not just a select few.
This means we need open conversations. Technologists, policymakers, ethicists, everyone needs to be involved.
We all have a role to play in shaping the future of AI, making sure it aligns with our values.
It's a balancing act. Embracing the unknown, but also being aware of the potential downsides.
It's true, but the possibilities are endless, and the future, well, it's uncertain, but definitely exciting.
One thing's for sure, AI is here to stay, and it's already having a huge impact. So let's face these challenges head on, embrace the opportunities AI offers, and work together to make sure it leads to a better future for everyone.
I like that. A better future for everyone. Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive into the world of AI.
It really has.
Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep questioning, and remember, the future of AI is in our hands. This has been AI Daily Deep Dive. We'll be back tomorrow with more news and insights from the AI world. Stay curious, stay engaged.